people, welcome back to the YouTube. Today we're at the home gym. We're going to be going through my leg session. I'm going to be giving you some cues that I like to use and what exercises I do in order to grow my legs. Now, first off, we're going to start with our mobility and our stretching, ready for our session. So let's get straight into that. I'll open the gates. Back in my football days, this used to be the one, but I do like it because it opens up the hips. Squat position and just bending my, so just lifting my heels up, getting those calves activated, because ankle mobility is a massive thing when it comes to training legs, and I've broken my ankles twice, so my ankles are a bit flimsy, so making sure they are warm is crucial for me. So first exercise up, we have the seated calf raise. Now this movement is brilliant for your calves because in life, obviously you're walking around, okay, your calves are going to grow just by walking because they're in that lifted position, whereas here, you can get them in that lower position where it's gonna work like a different angle of the calf, if that makes sense. So yeah, really like this movement. This is gonna be my warm up, just make sure we are warm, okay. So again, a lot of people want big calves and want to grow their calves, but you need to hit your calves with the same intensity you're hitting your chest, your back, your arms, etc. Like calves are one of their muscles where it's heavily genetic. So if you don't have big calves, you need to be training them heavy, and they will grow. It's like every other muscle, but yeah, calves are very heavily genetic. Just make sure you're hitting them with intensity, and they will grow. It's like every other muscle. Again, another tip I want to give you, okay, is sit forward a little bit. Okay, don't be sitting back, because you could be using your quad, using your back, even your quads are locked in, okay? You just don't want to be using any other muscles. So try and sit forward, okay? Keeping that tension on your calf at all times. Again, locked in. Quick little shout out to the sponsors, Skill Nutrition, best pre-workout in the game. Okay, and then their creatine flavour. So in this session, I like to take my creatine mid-session, just to have a bit of flavour to my water, if I'm honest. But yeah, their flavours are just unreal. Not bitter, just the most well put together flavours. So yeah, big shout out to Skill Nutrition. Highly recommend you grab yourself some bits. If you do decide to go grab yourself some bits, use code MAX20 for money off. And let me know what you think of the products. Let's go fill this up. Oh, best in the game. Genuinely best in the game. Best flavours by far. Right, so next up we have the adductor. So the adductor is responsible for building this part of your quad, okay? So to ensure that we haven't got a gap from the rear and both the front. So it just really builds that overall thickness of the quad just here. So you want to make sure you are training these if you do want to grow your legs, because trust me, when you start adding these into your workout, your legs will definitely grow, especially from the rear. Do a back double bicep, you know, turn your hamstrings in and like squeeze your glutes, and you know, the gap will shorten. Like over time, you'll have a shorter gap, and obviously give it a couple years, whatever, you'll have no gap at all. So make sure you do train these. And they're a really fun exercise, to be fair. So we're just gonna go for some warm-ups now. Let's get straight into it. So we have actually two adductor machines in this gym. I use this one for now. I did use the other one, but you know, you put too much load on it. Like, I was adding like I was like doing 140. I think the stat goes to 95. So it's just like, I wanted to try and hit it from a different machine. You know, this one's much more humbling. You can't do as heavy. I mean, I personally can't. Okay, so what I want you to do, okay, sit yourself back and then just come and squeeze and then slow all the way down. Okay, very simple. Obviously this is really light, so I'm just going for a few squeezes. Should feel a really nice stretch though on the eccentric. Really, really nice. And they do have these handles here, but I don't like to use them. I like to just push up on the seat, just help me like lock in more and just get that final rep when it does get hard. So yeah, with this one I do like to use these knee pads just to put them there, protect my knee, because it's quite a hard machine. There's not really much padding on it. So yeah, when we do get heavier, it starts to hurt. So just chuck these on, and it does a world of difference. Let's load up some plates. Can't beat the old gym clunk and chucking the plates on. So 60 kilos on the machine. I think we'll take this as the warm up. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, we'll see. So let's get straight into it. Yeah, I do. We'll add another little plate on, and then probably go for a top set from there. Let's go. Gym's empty as well. Only me in here. Oh, absolutely buzzing. Class. All right, let's go. Oh, two more. Oh. 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 We have the seated hamstring curl. Now, this is a brilliant machine. Okay, I believe it is a Life Fitness one. Yeah, Life Fitness seated hamstring curl. Now, I absolutely love this movement. By far my favorite hamstring movement. And it has taken my hamstrings, like it's grown them massively just in that short period of off season, 6 months. So yeah, it really did shoot up my hamstrings. So mega glad of that. But yeah, let's just go through it. So I've got a few cues for you. Now with this movement, all right, we want the bar, this little barrel bar, okay? We want it on our Achilles, okay? And when we do this movement, we want to point our toes up, okay? And that's just going to make sure our heels go as far as they can under, ensuring we get as much force and as much squeeze on the hamstring as possible. So we'll go for a little warm up, all right? Hold the bars. Sometimes I like hold it as when it gets hard, all right? But hold them like this, okay? And just under, squeeze, and then let go slowly on the eccentric, all right? And then when you get here, squeeze, again, slow on the way down, okay? You want to be explosive here, okay, and then slow on the way down. That's going to ensure we're not dropping the weight and getting no stimulus at all. So, yeah, that's the seated hamstring curl. Let's go into our a few more warm sets, and then we'll go into our top set. All right, top set right now is 105 for 10. So I might have to see if I can boost that up a little bit, as we like to aim for 8 to 10. All right, and then we change the weight. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Up next, we have the Smith machine, glute drive or hip thrust, however you want to call it, all right? We're doing these, first of all, to get striated glutes on stage, to make sure we actually have muscle on our glutes, okay, before they get into striated condition. Because if you don't have muscle in an area, it ain't going to get striated. There's no muscle to striate, okay? So you want those worn up glutes on stage, and also to bulletproof my areas surrounding my lower back. So we want to use our core better in exercises. So we're trying to work on our core, and we're also trying to work on our glutes to take some stress off our lower back. So that is what we're doing. All right, let's get into our top sets and some warm-ups. Let's get it. So it's the quads part of the session now. So first exercise for the quads, okay, is the leg extension. Now we do this, okay, before our big compound for our quads to pre-fatigue them, okay? So we pre-exhaust our quads going into the hack squat, and that just enables like less load, but more of a fuck me, that's wild fucking hard. Like that's kind of what we want. We want to pre-exhaust them, want to get into hack squat and feel like we're going to die. Like there's like so many different ways you can do it. You can do your compounds first and then your isolations, but I just did it the other way around. And I agree with my coach on that. I feel like it works much more. But yeah, there's not one way to skin a cat. All right, so yeah, take that to mind. But leg extension, okay, what we want to do is we want to make sure, okay, that our knees, our hips, and our shoulders are all in line, okay? So we can do that, okay, by just putting our legs in, squeezing them together, all right? And then when we go into the movement, we want to curl our toes up, okay? I like to use the extension pad, all right? And then we just curl up, all right? Look at my toes, all right? And then we go down, okay, nice and slow, squeeze. Remember, we're not dropping the weight, okay? We don't want to hear the weight clank, all right? We just want it to come up. All right, control it down. So we're keeping all the tension on our quads. All right, so give that a go, all right? We're gonna do a couple more sets now, and then we'll get into our main sets. But yeah, that is a few cues for this movement. All right, give it a go. I've managed to create a little contraption, all right, with the dip pad. So I'm hoping this works. Yes. Love it. So now twirl that to the side there. All right. Oh yeah, and that's gonna keep us locked in even better. I can't move my phone now. Right. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking get this. Ooh. 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 Oh shit. Oh, that's the worst feeling, bro. Can't get out of this fucking machine. Oh my god. Shit. That's fucking horrible. Like in the last vlog I did when I was doing leg extensions, that's SN Hub, like couldn't get out of the seat, but it's the worst feeling ever. Oh. Oh shit. So next up on our big compound is the lion hack squat. Now this is a brilliant machine, and I'd way prefer it to the normal hack, okay? Purely because I feel like you can get much more time under tension, and it really allows you to crunch yourself up and like get the muscles really short in that concentric phase. So yeah, let's do a little set and a little run through of what you need to do. Yeah. What a fucking movement. Okay, you should be dying after. Fuck. I just recovering from a cold as well, so my throat is fucked from this grunting, but it's got to be done, mate. A little cue I want to give you is when you're coming to when you're coming down from the movement. So when you're in that shortened phase, I want you to go down and I want you to take a big deep breath in. And then when you squeeze up, I want you to just take that breath out. Okay, really take it there, okay? This is a great movement. It's gonna build your quads like it has mine. A little cue that I want you to use, okay, is when you're going down on the machine, all right, and you're shortening that muscle, okay, I want you to take a big breath in, all right, like you're about to go underwater, all right, and then when you are lengthening the muscle, okay, I want you to take that big breath out, okay, and that is really going to make sure you are breathing correct for these movements, which basically means you're going to get more out of the movement, more reps, okay, and it's just going to make it much easier and a better brace for you to really hit this machine with everything you've got. Shit, yes, come on. Yeah, 2 more then, come on. Yeah! Oof. That's a wrap. Leg day done. Another week of killing your legs, all right, to make them grow. Hope there were a few key tips in there for you that's going to make your legs grow, okay? But more importantly, thanks for watching, all right? Subscribe if you're new, and also like the video if you enjoyed what you saw today. Any likes and subscribes will be greatly appreciated as I'm just starting out, but more videos coming. I enjoy filming these, so yeah, all I ask for is a like, a subscribe if you rate the channel, if you enjoy the videos. But yeah, that's me. Peace out, people.